What's going on YouTube? Critical Ray back here again. Today I'm going to be starting up another review series for you guys, and this time it's for Fox's highly anticipated spin-off show, Mayans MC. If you don't know what show this is spinning off of, is Sons of Anarchy. This was episode 1, the pilot, and this show stars J.D. Pardo, who plays Ezekiel Reyes, or Ease as his nickname is, and yeah, that's the only actor I'm ever gonna list off. There's so many other great actors and actresses because the acting is really good in this so far, or at least in this first episode. And so I'm just gonna name him because I don't know how many people are gonna be coming in and out completely. So if you've watched Sons of Anarchy, you know what I mean. That characters come in and out of every different episode. So I'm just gonna stick with the basic main character. This show was created by Kurt Sutter, who created Sons of Anarchy. This episode was written and directed by him also. And yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, none of the little Easter eggs and like stuff that happened that ties it to Sons of Anarchy, because there's two things that really ties it to it. But I'm going to say this does start off, it starts off so many years after Sons of Anarchy ended, and if you know how Sons of Anarchy ended, then you know that how it ended, that one character will not show up in this, and he never will because of what happened. And I'm sorry if that kind of gave it away, but it's been over for about 4 years now. You should really check it out if you haven't. It's on Netflix, all seasons of Sons of Anarchy. But anyways, back to this. The basic synopsis for this is it picks up a couple years after this with Ez, a prospect who's joining the Mayans. And of course, the Mayans is different. When you think the Mayans from Sons, you think of Alvarez. Well, Alvarez is up in the Northern California charter of the Mayans, and this handles stuff down in the Southern California charter. So Alvarez does show up in this episode, but anyways, it picks up with him being a prospect, and everything that led to him being that way. He just got out of prison, and it does have flashbacks 8 years back of him with certain aspects of his girlfriend, love life, and stuff like that. His character, I felt like they got a good handle on his character in this first episode. They developed him out, and I'm curious on where they take his character. And, the acting is great, the directing, the cinematography, the motorcycle, montage ride scenes with music is great. It really does feel like Sons of Anarchy again. We're back in this world, and it's exciting. But this episode, as it was good, it wasn't great. It's not as good as Sons of Anarchy. And I feel like it still has potential. I feel like it's going to get so much better. But this first episode was a little slow. They have a really good main character, and they focused on him. But they didn't focus on the side characters. Everyone else in the charter, in the MC. They kind of focused on the leader of the cartel, because the Mayans are still working with the Galindo cartel that Jack set up, and this is the thing that causes everything to start off with them actually going to Galindo was, they were transporting a batch of heroin, and they got robbed, basically. Someone hijacked their truck, so they had to find out who it was, and that's where things really got a little right into it. Some of the stuff that they introduced and are setting up should have happened maybe 3 episodes from now. But no, they did the first episode. They just dived you into this story like you should already know everything going on in this world. And we do, to some extent, but they never focused on the Mayans, how they worked, how their people were, and they're acting like you're supposed to. Yeah, they develop out a little bit of, Ez or Ezekiel, but no one else. And that's the biggest thing. I even rewatched the first episodes of Sons right before I recorded this to see how exactly far in they jumped you into, because they kind of did the same thing in the first episode of that. But they also focused on more of the MC before they got into other parts of the world. You know, they focused on the characters in Sons of Anarchy in that charter. You know, yeah, Jax Teller is the main character, but they focused on Clay, they focused on Chibs, they focused on, you know, Opie, they focused on a little bit of Bobby, Juice, all of them. They've, you know, everyone had a moment to shine in the first episode, and you grew to like their characters. And this one, it just follows Ez, and you are following through his perspective, kind of. But at the same time, you know, so far none of the characters are even really that likable. You don't care about them yet. And yeah, I know it's the first episode, but to me, they should have focused on more of the characters. The characters are what made Sons of Anarchy and the storytelling. But this one, they're setting up the storytelling for later episodes, but they're not focusing on the characters enough, in my opinion, because they need to set them up. But, you know, other than that, I did enjoy this episode. I am really looking forward to see where they take it. But it's just, to me, they should have focused on more of the characters. I think they need to develop out the side characters way more. And, you know, I like that they didn't, you know, pander too much to the audience and, like, you know, explaining everything beat for beat. But at the same time, you shouldn't really have dived right into some of the stuff that you are diving right into. Some of the things that are dealing with Ez, some of the things that his brother is involved with, you know, all that should have been maybe later on in this season. Even maybe in the next season if there is one, because it's not confirmed. But this season's going to have 10 episodes. I'm going to review all 10 of them. Hopefully this show gets really good. I'm hoping that it can live up to Sons of Anarchy's standards. I know that's wrong to say and compare it back and forth, but I just felt like, you know, if it's going to be in the same world, and the pilot at least has to be compared to the first Sons of Anarchy pilot, to see the comparisons on how they could have improved it, you know. Because I had actually hoped that this would be a better pilot than Sons of Anarchy, but it's not. But it is good. It is definitely worth watching. If you like Sons of Anarchy, I think you will enjoy this one. You know, Kurt Sutter knows how to make good television, or at least good television in this world. So, yeah, I'm going to give Mayans episode 1 a 4 out of 5 stars. I do think it's really good. I think it's worth watching. I'm definitely excited to continue watching it from here on out. But yeah, guys, comment down below and let me know, you know, if you have watched this episode and if you enjoyed it, if you agree with some of the stuff I was saying. If you don't, let me know also if you'd prefer me to do maybe a little more spoilers in my reviews. I don't know how many of you actually have watched the episode, so I didn't want to spoil it for you. But if y'all want spoilers in my reviews, I will gladly do them. But if not, then just let me know down in the comments. Also let me know if you watch Sons of Anarchy, if you love Sons of Anarchy, if you agree that it's the best TV show ever besides Game of Thrones. You know, subsiding from Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix, but just on normal TV, FX, USA, stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you did, hit that thumbs up button, because it really does help me out. Also, share it with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, and any people that you don't know, and hit that subscribe button for more awesome content like this. And I hope that you enjoy this review series as much as I'm going to enjoy doing it for you. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.